Okay, everybody, so let's see if this reading is for you. Pinch your fingers together and ask, does this reading have a lesson for me or something to offer me? And if the answer is yes, when you pull, your fingers will stay together. If the answer is no, you'll pull and your fingers will come apart. What we're asking today is, why am I feeling so stressed out? You know those days where you just wake up and there's just this stress in your stomach and you just can't quite find your way forward. Today we're asking why. Why are you so stressed out? This is a Kipper read. It's a 9-card box plot with movement cards, so it expands. There's a lot of people cards in this read, and sometimes that can mean other people. I have this very strong gut feeling this morning that these are different aspects of ourselves today. So that's how I'm going to read it. But basically, this card right here is showing that you feel like you're in prison. All right, you feel stuck, you feel immobilized. And the part of you that is feeling immobilized is that kind of younger, more entrepreneurial self. You feel like you are just getting stuck in these sort of bureaucratic conversations in life. There's all this crap you have to do. There's all these people that you have to talk to and please, and most of the conversations, they're not really substantive. They're just sort of like people feeling like they need to just put different things on your plate. A lot of it's probably just a grasp for relevance on their part. It's not that the things they're saying are that important, but somehow you're in a world where that flies, where you're just stuck having to deal with that. And so there's all this kind of friendly communication about official things, and those things really are probably not even anything they know enough about to pull you on. Here, we have all of that causing this expectation from you that you are going to get stolen from. Okay? So, you feel like basically, okay, so there's all these smiling sharks that are putting all these things on your plate and all these things you need to do, and there's a part of you that just feels like, really, all of that is just them trying to kind of steal something from you or take something from you. Okay? So that's one reason. Down here, we have the coffin card. Okay, the coffin card is usually some kind of painful ending. All right? In this case, what's causing that painful ending is your work. Okay, so I think we're still talking about all of this. And what you can see is the coffin card is just impacting all kinds of different aspects of yourself. So something has changed. Something fundamental and important to you has changed in the work that you are doing. Okay, work here is the cause of this change. I think actually work has caused something in you to change. I think your willingness has changed. But the cards aren't telling me that super clearly. That's just my feeling as I look at this. And also just the fact that I do believe all these cards are you. This one is definitely you. This is one of the main character cards. So here we've got coffin. This is the cause. Cause is work. The effect is it's basically impacting that part of you that is mature and responsible and ready to do your job. This is a good lady. So this is somebody who's been around the block and she is able to do her work. She's able to focus. She's able to organize. She's good-natured and nurturing. And so this is impacting that part of you, the part of you that's just willing to participate in a nurturing way in life. What is being transformed is you. This card represents you. And what is ending is the rich maiden. So what is ending is just that sense of you that has excitement for what you're doing and feels cool to be doing what you're doing. What's ending is the feeling of youth that kind of drives a lot of the willingness. And the part that grieves the most is the good outcome card. So what grieves the most is your happiness. You're just not happy. You're not happy in this current situation. Now, here's one path of movement. There's another path of movement coming like this. And that's coming from the work card. The work card is just feeling like a lot of work and a long way just to get to a bunch of awful communications. Okay, this is an illness card, and this is the letter card. This illness card connects long way with letter, and long way connects illness with work. So it's like I'm working just for what? To get to these sickly communications, all right? And it's the same communications we're talking about right up here. They're weighing down on this. And all of this is just getting in the way of your sense of abundance. You just don't feel abundant or happy or good in your current work. So that's why you're stressed. That's what's causing it. If you needed that validation, my guess is part of you already knew that. What do we do about it? We're going to work with Ogham today. Okay, we have Kert, we have Ogham, and we have Ua. Okay. So what Kert is saying is it's saying you have to take a step back and see the big picture. This is a tough one. I mean, this is something I do as a practice on a regular basis. But what this is saying, this first Ogham view, is that this is a big, big picture. And the pain that you are feeling in this experience has value. Okay? You know, whenever your life isn't the way you want it, you have two options. You can either change your life, or you can change your personality. You know, most people would say you could change yourself, but your personality is not yourself. So the people who are constantly changing their life, they live their lives stuck in their personality. But some of us actually look up and go, okay, so here's a situation that I'm not a perfect fit for. This is an opportunity for me to learn flexibility. You know, in my world, I've got a very, very stressful job. It's a job that I just, some days you just want to put it down. Most days you just want to put it down. I have two jobs, and one of them I just want to put it down. But the thing is, that job challenges me so much that there's a part of me that doesn't put it down because I know that I'm never going to find a better petty tyrant to train me than this job. There are people I see who do this job, who deal with all the toxicity I deal with, and they walk around cheery with an open heart like nothing matters. So I look at that and I think, well, if I'm not able to do that, I don't think I should leave this job until I can do that. So for me, I wouldn't leave the job until I can find my power and my happiness at the center of it. Because that's what all these life experiences are for. They're there to show you, hey, here's an area you don't know how to navigate. You're going to shut down in this area. Can you open back up? Okay, that's what life is about. So if you navigate away from those hard lessons, you are navigating away from the whole purpose of being here. And guess what? You still won't be happy. Inflexible people are never happy. So that's this first one. It's saying, take a step back and actually just look at the large picture and just the beauty of what we're here to do. That growth and that challenge, there's a beauty to it. Okay? Ogham is a card that has to do with objectivity. So you need to actually pull your personal story out of it so that you can begin just going through the steps of your job. Life doesn't have its own assigned meanings. You are the one assigning meaning to everything. Okay? I used to tell this story. I remember once my little brother and I went to go see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre when we were younger. And I remember just watching this amazing movie about this incredible heroine who ran back into the building to try and save her friends, even though they were like, dismembered in a million pieces. I mean, she just, at every step, was willing to sacrifice some momentary safety for her friends. And most of them didn't live, but she lived and at least had done everything she could do. And I found it very inspiring and interesting. I turned to my right, and my brother had clearly just watched a different movie. He just looked like he had just witnessed this absolute bloodbath. And it just goes to show you, it's like we're all assigning meanings, and those meanings are creating our experiences, not the facts and details of what's in front of us. And so when your assigned meanings are creating this much pain and suffering, step one is not to run away from the suffering. Step one is pull your meanings in, all right? You need to actually learn meditation if you don't know meditation. So I teach courses for that for free. Go to hiddenpathways.com. There's a link there to a page where you can sign up for my free class. It's every Thursday night, Chicago time, 7 p.m. Chicago time. But you need to actually find your objectivity, all right? You've got to actually pull the feelings out of this and just look at what are the steps of what I have to do. And then you have to walk those steps. And then this final few is literally the worst Ogham view that could possibly land if we were doing this predictively, but we're asking for advice. So this is all basically showing, so this is Ua. It's basically a few of trouble. It's just, it's the main trouble few of the Ogham. It's bad things happening. So what this just confirms is that is what the message of this is saying. It's showing us how to deal with bad things. We have to remain objective, and we have to open up to the bigger picture, which means we have to go into meditation. All right? That's what that means. It means that you learn how to actually silence the stories and cleanse your world of all of your relative perceptions so that you can see what's there without your input. From there, you just walk the steps. Now, I will say this objectivity card also has kind of a structuring aspect to it. So this is also saying that when you kind of pull that objectivity away, you can see how things are structured. And so you can actually see what isn't flowing, what is flowing, and you can restructure it so that things flow better, okay? Maybe there's some component you didn't know that you needed that would lift a whole bunch of the burden off of you. Maybe you're feeling burdened because of a bunch of misstructured things that you didn't actually realize were the problem. But again, all of that comes from just a deep breath, a step back, and just removing your personal stories, removing your narrative from the events that are happening around you. Okay? So that's what the big boys and girls are going to do to deal with this. A step down from that would be, okay, get out of your job and change your life. But it's the difference between protecting your feet by never stepping on anything hard versus putting on sandals or shoes so that your feet are protected. If you change you can go anywhere. And that's what life's about. All right, guys, good luck. And if you'd ever like a reading of your own from me or advice on how to do this, I work one-on-one with people all the time. Feel free to find me at hiddenpathways.com. Otherwise, I will see you in another video.